So Shad Moss, aka Lil Bow Wow, has had it up to here with people that's his age and I guess people that's older, who the world consider OGs. He said some of the older guys are starting to look like haters. You're not supposed to understand their music, but let's praise these young artists for making a way for themselves. Some of y'all old heads have to accept it's over and find a new way to continue on your legacy. Doesn't look good on y'all resume. I'm all for what's going on. I love what these young brothers is doing. Keep it up. You guys are now in the future of this business. Don't let nobody tell you different. Now, Academics posted this, and Bow Wow is only 33 years old. He's been rapping for over 20 years. This would mean that all the comments he's making about older guys started to look like hater could easily be applied to himself as well. However, Bow Wow makes it clear that he's not one of those rappers who are stuck in their own era. Instead, he appreciates what's going on and wants all the current rappers to continue being themselves. My quote, he said again, I'm all for what's going on. I love what these young brothers is doing. Bow Wow posts continue. Keep it up. You guys are now in the future of this business. Don't let nobody tell you different. Now, I'll tell you this. Kendrick Lamar is like 32. J. Cole is in his mid-30s, and they are now as well. And technically, the biggest problem with the rap music today, and I don't think that it's so much people hating on it, but there is people hating and there's people that has constructive criticism towards it, is that it sounds the same. Now, Bow Wow was more of he studied his craft. I got the pleasure of seeing Bow Wow in person doing the Black Family Reunion in Cincinnati, Ohio, when he performed Bounce With Me from the Big Mama soundtrack, and he was only like 13 years old. And when I tell you, I have never seen that many grown ass women and little kids scream like this. Was a heartthrob. He had the women like Justin Bieber have women now in the palm of his hand. Bow Wow has had 3 top 10 hits on US Billboard's Hot 100 chart, and he also sold over 10 million copies in 14 million digital assets worldwide. So he is a legend. He is one of the reasons this so flashy genre is in hip-hop. This was a very flashy ass, arrogant, cocky, braggadocious rapper, and he had bars. Bow Wow, you might as well consider is a legend, like I said. And let's not talk about the women. Bow Wow had the baddest women. Let's not forget Ciara. One of his biggest singles was Like You with Ciara. He was dating her. This man was dating Angela Simmons, and but Bow Wow words speaks volume, and I respect what he said. They shouldn't hate. You have the rappers that can't get no attention, that never got no attention, and they are hating on this generation of rappers because they get money so many different ways because of social media. That wasn't no social media. Now, there was no social media in the 90s and 80s. Now, this is where things really, really make different generations mad. Now, the way the rappers are today, guess what? And this is a shocker to a lot of people that sleep. It hasn't changed. It hasn't evolved at all. If anything, it went backwards. The same way the Migos rap is the same way mumble rap been there. Bone Thugs and Harmony, Twister, even Busta Rhymes, the rapping at a high speed rate until you can't understand what the person is saying. Always been there. Like the Migos, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like I said, arrogant rapping about drug dealing. All of that been there. We've been heard these stories. That's the thing. It's no new content. And it's just boring to people that like a challenge. And I will bring up one of the best lyricists of all times. Nas said one reason that he had the beats that he had because he didn't want easy beats to rap on. It wasn't a challenge. Because he liked to challenge his lyrical skills. With certain beats you can rap very easily on and the beat will carry you. But nothing has changed. So a lot of rappers are mad that the content is just so thoughtless. Like you could just say ha, yeah, through a whole entire 5-minute song, and you know people like it, and it has no content. So, and OGs they're responsible for a lot of that because that was ushered in along with the rise of mumble rap along with southern rap, because we first heard a lot of that coming out of the likes of like Soulja Boy and Migos and a lot of those cats, Lil Yachty, Lil Uzi Vert, you know, they all were just, that's an Atlanta wave that came out, and now it's just at the top of the food chain. Like that's just the style, and it's nothing new. We always thought that 2020 would bring like this new, fresh rap style like we never heard. So if you look at the changing times, like, you know, even with Run DMC, we didn't see anything like that like before. With the people who were born back then, they never saw anything like that with them collaborating with Aerosmith. And then you fast forward to the likes of Nas in the early 90s and Biggie, that style, it was so fresh. Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, it was changing. Tupac, these were MCs that defined their eras. And then the Kendrick Lamars and J. Cole's, and now the Migos, is just, it changed, but then it stopped. It didn't evolve anymore. So for them to criticize it, you know, to say that it's pretty much boring and the same is probably looked at as many as hating. But those are facts. It's just what it is. It's not like it's horrible music. I support all these rappers because I'm a rapper, and I support them because I know it's a hustle. This is how you feed your family. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's how you get paid. Don't sell your soul. Don't lose your integrity. And I just try to push people to make good content. And when you have seen the likes of like all the names that I have named, you know, you just want something new and fresh. Just like the female genre has taken over, because this is the time and age of women that are strippers and women that are MCs. You know, this is a time where everybody loves a voluptuous big ass on a woman. You know, just saying the times have changed. There was a time you had the MC lights and you have the brats, and it just evolved until like now what's popping is the strip club, and strippers rapping is just I'm not saying all women are like that, because you have the likes of like Raspity, who is very prolific, but you know, doesn't win many awards and don't get the recognition because don't nobody want to hear that, because she ain't talking about wet ass pussy. It's just to each his own. It's enough to go around, but when you look at what's dominating the charts, it's just the same old shit. Like, we've been hearing about wet ass pussy. Lil' Kim was talking about that shit in the 90s. Like, this is nothing new. That's what I'm trying to say. This is just the same shit over and over. It's repeating itself. It's nothing new. Even the style of dressing, if you talk about that, from the skinny jeans, that shit was in the 80s. People were wearing skinny jeans way back in the day. Matter of fact, a lot of rock stars were dressing like black rappers in the 80s. This is history repeating itself, from the hairstyles, the fades, everything repeats itself. We're just looking for something new. So I respect what Bow Wow said, in the sense you can see the ones that's flat out hating, just saying, oh, you don't need to do this. But you can't sit there and tell this generation not to rap about drugs, because we are the reason they're doing that. Snoop rapped about fucking drug dealing. The DOC, MC8, Ice Cube, they all talked about getting fucked up and high. What rapper did talk about that? They're just doing it in the different generation where they like to pop pills and ecstasy and do scissor. Same shit though. Like I said, it's nothing changed. We're just talking about different things, but it's the same content. Drug use, the fucking hoes, leaving them, bitches ain't shit. We have heard this. It's just people are eager for what will be the next wave of hotness. That's all. But respect to Shad Moss, man. You are a legend in my opinion. You had a tough tough little life there. You didn't know how to handle your money, so you start lying about what you had and what you didn't. I know how it is when you start to lose money and people start to lose interest in you. But I remember when you were on top of the world, bro. Like this video, leave your comment, share this on Instagram, YouTube, as well as Facebook. And a shout out to all the millennials. Keep doing your thing. Keep getting your bag. No cap. Subscribe.